Welcome, welcome, welcome. We in. We where the real fans meet at. It's the Champions Corner. Welcome in. I got my brother with me. Look at him right there. You go. There you go. The professor is in the building. He done stirred some of the fans out there. He stirred them up a little bit with some of the comments he made last a few episodes ago. But we're gonna continue to talk about it. And we got a lot to talk about. We talk about that Raw. We talk about the NXT, and then AEW got a lot going on. I know Professor got some things to talk about it with that. He done told me already. We done spoke a little bit already, but we're gonna put it out there for you. But before we get started, you gotta look at what I'm wearing, man. Y'all gotta. I'm gonna do a show, so y'all gotta look at what I'm wearing. Man. The new merch is right here. The new merch is here. It's coming. I got another one right here. I got another one. Hold on. That ain't it.
And another one.
I mean, I'll be wearing this tomorrow. I'm gonna be wearing this Friday at SmackDown. If you're gonna be in Columbia, South Carolina, meet us at SmackDown. Me and the professor gonna be there. We're gonna show out for the OTC, for Cody, for whoever want to show up from Raw. Everything. We're gonna be there. But Champions Corner is there representing. Go to Champions Corner and spread shop. Get your own shirt. We got more than this. It's a lot on there. Get whatever you want. But I ain't gonna do a whole ad for you right now. We do that a little later. You can see it a little later on TikTok and all that stuff. But let's get to the nitty gritty, to the wrestling. What y'all came here for? Talk about that Raw, where the two world champions had a face off. They had some words with each other. That boy Gunther, Cody's out there talking first, talking about the history of where they was in St. Louis. So to talk about his history there, and where that's what they first said we want Cody for him going to WrestleMania 40. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying to that. So he was sentimental about that. Showing and thanking the fans and whatnot. But Gunther came out there and said, "It's my show. This ain't your show to be doing all that." Okay, I just want to make that clear. And this man actually said Cody is the secondary champion. I was like, oh, bro, I get what you're trying to do, but we all know what it is. But this is his chance to prove that Cody may be the secondary champion if he wins this match at Crown Jewel. But I got some ideas. I want to hear from the professor first, but I got some ideas of what may happen in that match. But BJ, what did you think about the promo between these two?
I like the promo. I thought the promo was really good. I especially appreciate how Gunther is such a comical type of heel to me because I love how he was like, Cody, I love you. I'm not going to tear you down. But then he proceeds to start tearing him down in some weird fashion. I think it's going to be a really good match. It's like, we got a preview of this about 2 Royal Rumbles ago when they were the final 2. And that was a really good standoff. I almost wanted that whole thing to end in pinfall as opposed to over the top rope. So getting this rematch, not even rematch, getting this actual match is something I really look forward to. I love the promo, but I'm curious, what do you think is going to happen in regards to this match?
I think they're gonna go at it. They're gonna have the match that we're looking for in a main event, and 2 big world champions, top tier world champions. But I just feel like it's gonna come down to interference.
Yeah,
I don't like that as much, but I know they could fight down the line and really prove who's gonna be the winner, who's the real champion out of these two. But at a show like this, Crown Jewel, I feel like it could either be on Cody's behalf, interference from Kevin Owens, or what maybe surprise some people, interference to Gunther and Goldberg.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah. Not that I'm a Goldberg fan out there. Y'all saw me smiling now, but that ain't what I'm looking for. Just going what happened at Bad Blood and what he stirred up with Goldberg, and he could cost him this match. Just like if y'all remember, I don't know, a lot of fans out there remember where Goldberg cost Brock Lesnar his match back in 04. That's what led to the match at WrestleMania 03, which led to the let me get it out, to the match at WrestleMania 20, which nobody liked.
Well, there's a lot of reasons.
But that's why
Ooh.
Goldberg came in and didn't mess with him, and that led to that. So this match, Goldberg could come in, spear, something happen with the ref. You know how that go, and he could spear Gunther, and they could have a match at Saturday night's main event in December. I mean, I feel like that's what could happen. Or like I said, on the other hand, with Kevin Owens, they already got that rivalry. And Kevin Owens put out a video saying he want his side to be heard. They were supposed to play something on Raw. Raw last week, they didn't play it. And so he gave them to this week's SmackDown to play his video. And if they don't play it there, he gonna play it. He put it on social media. But that's a whole other thing.
Ooh,
So I mean,
yes.
how do you feel about those interference projections I got?
So the Goldberg thing really kind of threw me left field, but no, I like your callback because you do make a good point. And he fought Brock Lesnar fought Eddie Guerrero. Goldberg cost him. What's funny about that is Brock Lesnar, I think, went on SmackDown, did this whole promo. He made it sound like he was going to go after Eddie Guerrero. It was like, no, give me Goldberg. And it's like, you got to be kidding. So yeah, that's a very strong possibility. The Kevin Owens thing, it's not that I don't see it. I would just hate it if it went that route because I don't know. It all depends on what Kevin Owens has to say on SmackDown. But yeah, interference plays a strong part in this. Look, I am pulling for Cody. I want Cody to win. But I
Mm.
imagine he's probably going to lose, and it's probably more than likely going to be based on interference. I do wonder how that's going to look on Gunther because, his whole. That doesn't really look bad on him at all. Like, I think his next opponent will be Damian Priest, right? That still seems to be the next direction for him, you would think, right?
Well, yeah, Damian Priest said on this Raw, he said he wants to go. He said he'll be there for Rhea if she needs him, but
Mm-hmm.
it's time to be El Campeon again.
Yeah,
And
that
he said,
that's
and at SummerSlam, he had Gunther. He was taking it to Gunther more than a lot of other people or
that's
anybody
true.
probably. But it was Finn Balor who messed him up. So yeah,
Yeah.
that could be Gunther's next opponent.
No,
That
yeah.
could be the opponent at Survivor Series. And then, like I said, if Goldberg interferes, they can take that to Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, to that point, the Saturday Night main event thing. So, because they are having Crown Jewel apart. So I guess Goldberg could play well to America. I don't know. I'm thinking Goldberg's more of a Saudi Arabia type audience thing, but I guess he'll play well to a New York crowd. We'll see. They may boo him out the building. Who knows? It may be a good match. It may not. I don't know. Gunther doesn't usually put on bad matches. It'll be interesting to see him go against Goldberg. Gunther usually doesn't put on
Yeah,
bad.
because isn't that show on like an ABC show?
NBC, yeah.
So I think it's ABC. I don't know, but
ABC.
and with that crowd, a lot of people are going to know Goldberg with that crowd that watch that program that station.
No,
So it might.
yeah, I see. I see what you're saying.
So yeah,
Crossover.
yeah. Because they didn't do that for nothing, that bad blood. I don't think they did that for nothing. Not just for that moment. I think it's building up to a certain match. And like I said, so
No, I get you because Goldberg did make it seem like he has. He wants to go out the way he wants to go out. Maybe he wants to do this. We'll see. Maybe we'll see.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then one more thing about this promo, man. I like one of the coldest lines from Cody. Put some lines out there, boy. I swear. Where he was talking about your feet still touching the bottom of the pool right now. You ain't getting into deep waters until you fight me. I was like, ooh, that boy Cody. Boy, he a nightmare on the mic. He a nightmare on the mic with him. Boy, he be putting it out there for him. So I think he really got him in there. But then, like I said, Gunther came back calling him a secondary champion. He do that little smirk with it.
He cannot
But,
help but laugh before he gets his line out. I love it. It's hilarious.
yeah, he love to do that. And one thing I also want to bring up in this promo, Cody mentioned I took out a beast that's more frightening than you, or something like that. Paraphrase, that's something like that
Yeah.
you said. And he's not the only one. And he's referencing Brock Lesnar. We all know that. And he's not the only one who referenced Brock Lesnar. Seth Rollins also said, "I slay beasts and beat kings, and I'm hunting for a monster." So two references to Brock Lesnar. Do you think Brock Lesnar is in the works of coming back?
Yeah. Let's say yes. Even if people say no, I say yeah. Listen, you're asking the wrong person if you're looking for another opinion because I am a fan of Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is an attraction. I don't know where a ranking system he will fit in, but I guess the top 10 would be an argument for me. Brock Lesnar, yes. Yeah. He probably is coming back. I don't know what he'll do. Like, does he come back and put somebody over? Like, does he come back and does he have a feud? But you know what? I don't really care, honestly, because I like Brock Lesnar. You let that guitar riff go off, that crowd is going to go bananas. You let that guitar riff go off and he come out, that crowd is going to lose their mind. You let the guitar riff go, him come out, and he get in the ring with Gunther, that crowd is going to explode. So yeah, I'm all for
That and that's the match I want to see. Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. I was like, boy, I was mad we didn't get it, but I think we were supposed to get it. What I want to say,
it. About a
probably
year
that's
ago,
point, right?
Mania. It think we have Mania. Yeah, I think so. Mania, but it
Yeah,
just didn't happen. Yeah.
yeah. So that's the match I'm really looking forward to. And like Cody talking about his battles with Brock, but all of them was pretty good. So
Yeah, they had
like
a
that. Only
trilogy.
thing I'm iffy about it with Brock is that he still his name is going to continue to come up with the Vince McMahon situation, and I don't know if they want him on TV while that's going on.
Well,
That's
listen,
the
WWE is going to be brought up with Vince McMahon. I mean, at some point, you just gotta, just roll with the punches.
yeah. And Triple H did say whenever Brock want to come back, he can, and those like post show press conferences. So Brock may be back sooner than we think. So I mean, it's going to be something.
I'm
But
looking
yeah,
forward
like
to it.
yeah. But another thing I want to talk about on Raw is how do you feel about the tag team division and who is really going to be in this tournament to face the Judgment Day? Because they defended these titles one time, and they were
Yeah.
complaining. I'm like, bro, every time I still want Damian Priest. I want my rematch, bro. You lost. You
Yeah, he
like,
was. It's
come
funny how
on,
he was kind of like almost expecting the rematch to some degree. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get
yeah,
my rematch." I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about right now?" You
right.
lost.
Like, dude, defend your titles. I mean, do something. Because if anything, Damon Priest could find another partner. Well, I don't know who would that be. Everybody might say Jey Uso, so he get it because
Oh
he
yeah,
been rocking with him for a little bit. But defend your
possibly.
titles. But what teams on Raw do you feel are going to be in this tournament, and who should fight Judgment Day for this title?
I feel like all the tag teams are on SmackDown. When I start thinking of the teams, Street Profits, SmackDown, DIY, SmackDown. Who are the tag? Hang on a second. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. It's just moving really slow. But
Well,
I do. Okay, you got the
I can
War
tell you.
Raiders. They came
Yeah,
back.
oh yeah. They just the War Raiders just returned, so them. Um, I don't know if the YS6 will be in. They ain't been on TV in weeks, so I don't know what they got
No,
for the
I
YS6.
no, I wouldn't want to put them on the title picture anyway. No.
Yeah, but you got American Made. You got the
Oh
New
yeah.
Day. You got
Um.
AOP.
hmm,
So you got teams. I mean, you still got
okay.
Alpha Academy, but you know they just gonna be in the tournament just to be in the tournament. But I don't know if they started already with the War Raiders. I think the War Raiders because they went straight through them. But I mean, you got a few teams out there. So I mean,
Okay. I guess.
yeah, and they continue to give War Raiders a chance. I don't know who's hyped for them like that, but they changed the name. They're from the Viking Raiders to the War Raiders, back to the War Raiders. So hopefully Triple H could present them in the right way for somebody get excited. 'Cause
Hold on.
I'm
I'm,
not feeling it right in the
I'm,
moment.
I'm the only person in the world, it seems like. I'm the only person who was happy to see Raquel Rodriguez come back, while the rest of the world's like, who is this chick? I'm the only person happy to see the Viking Raiders, War Raiders. I like these people. I'm happy to see them back. Um, I would like to see them even advance to the tag title. In fact, no, I'm going all the way. Yeah, have them win the tag title because Judgment Day is so it's a catch 22. The Judgment Day is not doing anything with the tag titles, but at the same time, if they lose the tag titles, what good is Judgment Day? Just in their own right. So it's like I don't know. It's I get the tag tournament because you got to do something, but at the
Yeah.
same time, get the titles off of the problem, which is Judgment Day. In fact, that's even
Yeah.
be the issue with tag titles across all of wrestling. Well, yeah, even in the, SmackDown and in AEW. These tag titles are in factions and they're not doing anything where there's thriving tag teams that could be using them, fighting amongst themselves. That's across the board.
It kind of is. It kind of is. But I'm ready to see the War Raiders. I do. I'm saying I'm not excited about War Raiders, but I do want to see them versus AOP. I want to see how that would go.
Yeah, that
Because
might give
I
both
used
of
to
the
like.
teams a
I used to,
rejuvenation.
yeah, I used to really like AOP and NXT, and when they got the main roster, they got the Raw tag titles one time, but after that, then they got let go, and now they back, and they ain't been doing nothing. Like I said, Final Testament ain't doing nothing at all to me. I don't know. Like I said, Karrion Kross is a background player, and they try act like they trying to recruit Miz now. So I'm like, stop trying to get members, man. Stop. Y'all got five.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
get
they have a lot. They do. It's a pretty deep
yeah,
faction not to be important.
right. But what you was talking about, what would Judgment do after they lost tag titles? I think they gonna lose some members because with how Liv and Dom are kind of breaking off on their own, or they always on their own a lot, and they got Raquel now. Do they really need the rest of Judgment Day? Not really. And Carlito,
Yeah.
he got all excited when Raquel got introduced to the group. So, and I'm hearing, I read a little something. Carlito might get on his own too and get a little thing going. Because he doing well with the little moments he gets. He maximizes his minutes, I think. But so
No,
I
that's
think he
fair.
might be gone from the group as well in a little bit. So that's gonna be where they go if they lose tag team titles. I think they're gonna lose some members.
Yeah, okay. So I guess a breakup then. Without so no more Judgment Day, essentially.
Yeah, because
Okay.
because I mean, like the peak of Judgment Day was like when it was Dom,
Okay.
Finn, Rhea, and Damien. JD it did add something after the fact,
Oh, okay.
but those four was the best Judgment Day. So,
Hold on. So you just gonna disrespect our truth and act like his run wasn't probably the peak run of Judgment Day? Oh,
bro,
what's up?
uh, yo, my apologies. Our truth is the truth. So I ain't no disrespect to our truth. That's my guy. I wanted that shirt where they had all the names that he put at the end.
Right?
That was the shirt I got. So I was like, yeah, all respect to our truth. And
Well,
national treasure, right? The national treasure. But let's talk about two people that been broke up as far as their group, the Usos. Jimmy Uso has made his way to Raw. They got in jail. I guess he was in Jay locker room trying to talk to him. But I was like, bro, you done cost this man multiple championships. And when he tried to reconcile with you wasn't trying to hear it. You was talking about no G. So how you just come in my locker room, expect me to just let's just talk about it. All right, yeah, we're brothers. Let's just talk about it. We fight all the time. Yeah, yeah. Nah, bro. Y'all gotta do more than that. Roman ain't even trying to feel it just yet, but he better come on around. You better come on around. Because you need that boy, the Yeet Man, Jay Uso. But what you think about Jimmy trying to slide in there and talk to his brother?
hey man, look, you got to talk to him somehow. You know, the funny thing about wrestling is, I guess when the cameras aren't rolling, people don't communicate with each other. Like, it just no one talks to each other when there's no cameras rolling. Now, there's no telling if Jimmy been trying to text him, if he's been trying to message him through social media, send messages to family, and Jay's just been ignoring him. So Jimmy was like, "No, forget it. I know where you work. I just come to your job." And Jay was like, "What you doing here?" So I appreciate Jimmy trying to reach out. He understands what's at stake, and he also understands how to try to resolve the issue. What's at stake is family. It's the Ulafala head of the table. What you need is his family, OG bloodline. They all need to come together. And right now, he's going to try to play the bridge between Roman and Jay to get them to at least meet. But of course, he's got to get Jay to talk to him So the question becomes, who is his bridge? Will they recruit Sammy?
And and that part with Sammy, I'm gonna get back to the Jay and Jimmy, Rick, but that part with Sammy,
Yeah.
you know who else gonna have a problem with that is Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
How would that play with him?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's a lot
true.
going on, man. Because he already got a problem with
We,
Cody. You know he's gonna probably have a problem with Sammy getting teaming with them.
no, he's sticking his nose in business that doesn't belong in as far as he's concerned. And you know what? Not for nothing. Kevin is right about that, though. They are sticking their nose in business that doesn't involve them. What is the end game? But I also do want to know what him and Cody were talking about. But that's SmackDown. Yeah, wait
Yeah,
to SmackDown.
I want to see this video that Kevin Owens trying to get on TV. So I'm waiting to see that. But going back to Jay and Jimmy, we all kind of speculated that the way they could get Jay into this is if the Bloodline calls Jay the Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker.
Oh.
But
Mm.
on the other end of that, can Jimmy help Jay keep the Intercontinental title in the match that Jay would have with Braun Breaker? And would that help him get on board? Well, he not like that. That's another way they could go with it. Jimmy can help him because Jimmy has cost him so many championships. Like I said, this time he can help him retain and to get on his good side. How you feel about that?
Okay. No, I like that idea because so I guess we do have to kind of talk about this to a degree. Braun Breaker, right? Because he's getting the Intercontinental title shot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so I like that idea. Especially if Jimmy comes to help him. Because, it gives a real listening ear, like, okay, you help me out. What is it? What do you want? What do you want? Because I don't feel like you did that for any reason. So that could definitely be a icebreaker in that degree. And I would like for for Jay to even hold that title because I want to see that interaction of Roman with no title to his name or around his waist, seeing Jimmy, Mr. Yeet Master,
Team
Mr.
Jay.
Yeetman, having the Intercontinental title. I just want to see that. I want to see that picture. And I want to see Roman or hear Roman have to say yeet to get Jimmy to join him.
Yeah, because he already
Just
he keeps saying no ye. You know what I'm saying?
right? And it feels like it will be true justice. It will feel like almost not the completion, but almost the ending to Jay's story. Because his story, going all the way back when Roman first won the title, was, family. Then he kind of became Roman's lackey. And then eventually he grew a little independence with his buddy Sammy, left the tribal chief, had to leave SmackDown, was a man of no tribe in his own right, went to Raw, started his own run, eventually became Intercontinental Champion. So I don't know. It's a unique story of Jay. He was the one who was gaslit the most in the whole Tribal Chief storyline, and to see him with a championship, you kind of feel like to justify it, he has to meet Roman with that title. Like, look what I did without.
Yeah,
Now
that
I
moment
can
needs
use
to
for
happen.
helping me. Now you asking me for help, and that's when humility or pride, depending on what Jimmy takes, will come into play. It's great storytelling.
Right. And another part of that is what the Braun Breaker vignette promo, where he's saying how Jay leaned on his family for so long, and now he finally want to get on his own and do what he got to do. And Braun Breaker saying, "Oh, I don't need my family. I don't need to put my family out there to get what I want." And then this is kind of the first time Braun Breaker really mentioned that who his family is on TV. I think. I wonder
Oh, it is.
the rare occasions if he has at all. Well, he did on NXT. He had his dad on NXT in the storyline a little bit, but as far
Oh.
as the main roster or whatever it is, it's the first time really putting it out there like that. So that was interesting as well. But yeah, so like they're saying, Brown was saying Jay needs his family, but now that could play into Jay, the family needing Jay and lean on Jay for help. So it go back and forth. But another sidebar with this, speaking of
Oh.
family, Jay and Jimmy's father, Rikishi, is going hard at Vince Russo for Russo's comments about how he didn't understand why Jay was so emotional about winning Intercontinental title, calling it a prop and this and that. I'm like, even when I heard it, I was like, bro, do you not know wrestling? Do you not know what he's been through? What the story was telling? Like, come on now. This was a moment for him. This for his first singles championship. This man is a twin, not just a tag team, a twin brother coming up in the business, seeing all his family do all this. So all he knew was the tag team titles, and then he found his first singles title. That's a moment, man. What are you talking about? So of course he gonna soak the moment in, get emotional about it. Like I really did this on my own. I didn't need my brother. I didn't need my family. I did this. That's that's an accomplishment. For you to do something on your own without your family, and it took your own, confidence and hard work to do. Come on, bro. But
Oh,
Rikishi
oh,
went further and said he kind of threatened him. He really did threaten him. He said, "You can see me anywhere, and we can handle this. You don't talk about my son. Don't talk about my family at all. Especially about my son." So,
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But I got to address this. I want to address this real quick. So here's the deal. Vince Russo hates wrestling. It's never been a secret. Vince Russo loves the spectacle of what the promos, the theatrics. He loves all that stuff. But when it comes to the actual wrestling, the essence of what this whole circus is, the fighting, the passion, the drama, the intrigue, he ain't into any of that. He's into the sensationalism. He's in the whole shock stuff. You know, so I can understand him saying that. I don't understand people giving him credence in the wrestling community since he hates wrestling. Like, you can go back to his run to WCW, and when they gave him full helm at the writing table, 2000. That's the worst period of WCW. Talk about hot potato a title. The WCW World Championship switched hands, I think, 9 times in the span of 2 to 3 months. They were literally giving up the belt the next night on SmackDown. Then he had a run in TNA. TNA fired him, told Dixie Carter he cannot come back and work. The story is he was working behind the scenes. Once the executives of TNN or whatever channel they were on figured it out, they told her, you need to stop. We told him he's fired. We don't want him touching our product. Dude, Vince Russo, I don't know what it is. He hates wrestling. That's all I can tell you. He wouldn't understand. So look, he's an idiot. That's the best I can tell you on that one. He's an idiot.
yeah. I mean, and I think that's what he does to stay relevant. Give takes like this, give it shocking takes or hot takes or whatever he thinks. And just because he was in the business and in the booming period, in the real booming period of the business, people are going to listen. And so that's what he's thriving on. Just getting those
Yeah.
shocking hot takes, and he getting attention from Rikishi, and that's making headlines. So Rikishi, calm down, man. I think
Well, no,
I know
that's
he's
his
trying
baby
to
boy, though.
I think he's trying to get attention for his podcast as well. But Rikishi got to calm down a little bit. You don't threaten him, man. He ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it.
Yeah, I
Jay
mean,
ain't doing
he's protecting his kids. He's looking out for his baby boy, though. He said,
yeah.
that's another thing. It's not even about his kids. He is also attacking the business by saying it's a prop. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
shit covers off behind the curtain. Yeah, these things are props, but at the same time, they're titles. They represent accomplishments. They represent a road traveled and the destination met. So don't sit here and take a dump on it. It's like you watch Kofi Mania. We've been following Kofi Kingston's career for a long time. When he won that world belt, it meant a lot for a lot of different reasons. To say that was like a prop, that would be an insult as well. So it's like, these
Yeah.
things help tell a story,
Right. And
emotional ones.
it's for you to call yourself a champion. Even if you lost the champion, you said they always gonna call you a former champion, a 5-time or
Yeah.
whatever how many time champion. That's what it's for. It's Champion Mania, baby. It's Champion Mania. Hey, get the Timmy's Corner merch shop, spread shop. Go check it out.
There it
Either
is.
way, that's what this business is about. And if you didn't win anything, people would say, "Oh, your career wasn't nothing." So they
Mm,
look forward to you
yeah.
winning these championships, and what impact you made. So and it's about these moments, soaking in the moment. Because with wrestlers, time goes so fast, you move so fast, you're going to this city, this city, this city. Sometimes you gotta stop and soak it in and smell the flowers. You know what I'm saying? Accept your roses. And one of those roses for Jey Uso is that Intercontinental Championship. So
This is her singles title. Yeah. Come on.
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Russo don't know what he's talking about, man. He just, like I said, he just going for hot takes. But either way,
He's an idiot.
another hot thing that I was on Raw was Nia appeared on Raw going after Liv, and Tiffany almost cashed in on her. And that's the plan with Nia. She wants Tiffany to cash in on Liv and not her. She's trying to get it away from her because there's been too many instances where Tiffany tried to, was looking at her with that briefcase. So, but Liv escaped thanks to Dom. But at Crown Jewel, I don't know if she's gonna be as safe. I don't know.
You talking about Liv or you talking about Nia? Because honestly, she cashed in on
Well,
any of them. So,
yeah, either one.
I don't know. How can I put this? So, I get everyone's concern about Tiffany. You know what I say. I'm sticking by my guns. Tiffany ain't cashing that thing in after a Royal Rumble anyway. There's gonna be this whole fake false dude. She's not cashing that thing in yet. But anyway, I do think the shenanigans of the Money in the Bank is going to get involved with this match. I do also think so. I think Liv is going to win. And I think Liv is going to win because it's going to involve the Money in the Bank, Dominic, and Rhea. It's going to be a smorgasbord of events that's probably going to happen. Liv's going to walk away. This is going to leave Nia kind of upset with Tiffany. And this is going to tease Tiffany cashing in. So I'm going to give you the full stretch fan fiction booking that I did. Tiffany's going to hold on to this thing. Charlotte is going to win the Royal Rumble. Tiffany's going to hold on. Yeah, I know, right? It sucks, but we'll get over it. Charlotte's going to win the Royal Rumble.
No.
It's going to end up with Charlotte and Tiffany at Mania. Tiffany's going to be champion. Tiffany might win. I don't know, but I think Tiffany and Charlotte going to fight at Mania.
Charlotte win the Elimination Chamber or something. Like, no, man.
Okay,
I mean, give that Royal Rumble win to somebody else, please. Because Charlotte don't even need that. A lot of times she just come in and get a tire shot either way. So she don't need that Rumble win. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, though.
I'm just trying to think who else. Okay, well, real quick, just to have this discussion, real quick. Who would you? I know it's early, but who would you think should win the Rumble?
The Rumble? Oh, shoot. First one that came to mind was Jade.
Jade, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind. But I know she's trying to probably gonna build her up to fight Bianca. So that's why I'm trying to see where LC will go. Dang, it's hard to call. I really look at the roster again, but dang,
I don't know. Like I said,
it might be somebody returning. I'm trying to think who that's going to be.
Oh, that's a Bliss.
I have an answer for you probably by the end of the show. But
that was just a thought. I mean, you don't have to have an answer. It's just a thought, something to think about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, boy.
It's a lot. It's
I gotta see where the story's going by then.
Yeah. Alexa Bliss could probably be back by then. You never know. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. But I'm trying to see where the stories go by that time. So that's when I'll really know. But, oh, man. But, yeah, I mean, the most interesting thing about that match that's going to happen at Crown Jewel, people going to be waiting. Just like there was a Bad Blood, people going to be waiting on see what Tiffany Stratton does with that Money in the Bank. And like I said, so many people going to be involved. Like I said, Rio, Raquel, Dom. It's going to be a lot. So it's something to look forward to, though. It's gonna be interesting to see how it works out. But I'm gonna move on. The last thing, the other thing happened on Raw that Bianca and Jade retained their tag team titles thanks to Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend. They kind of messed with they messed with Independent Redemption Control.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me ask you this question. On last week's SmackDown, they were going to have a match with Jay Cargill, Lash Legend, and Jakar, but Kevin Owens interrupted.
They still had a match.
I know, but it was cut short because of that whole thing.
It was very short, very short.
I know, and I don't know. I don't know. I like the Kevin Owens story. I just hated that it interrupted that match. Do you think they're bringing on Lash Legend and other girl to the main roster?
They spend a lot of time. I think they want them to get that experience on the main roster, but I think they both need a little more seasoning, a little more time to cook in NXT, especially
Okay.
Jakara, because
Mm.
Lash Legend has very vastly improved in her mic work and in ring work, but Jakara still needs more time. I feel like she feels like a sidekick just to Lash Legend right now. So she needs a little bit more experience under her belt in NXT. And so I think they try and get them a taste to see how it is, see how they do. And I think they did pretty well for being on SmackDown and Raw. And now they're going against Damage Control eventually. So they really getting their experience in with these tag teams. They're getting their reps in and getting it with experience women wrestlers on the main roster. And so I think that's what they're giving them right now. So I mean, it still might be a little time before they get there officially on the main roster, but they getting an insight of how it is and their experience and reps. So I think that's what's really going on with that.
Okay.
So
All right. I like to
and
see them move up.
they on their way. They on their way. And we're gonna go on our way to it. Speaking of NXT, we're gonna go way to NXT right now, which is pretty good. They was back in Orlando this week. I think they was in the Performance Center again. I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looked like they were.
Yeah, I believe they was in there, and the main event was the triple threat match to see who number contender who fight Trick Williams at Halloween Havoc, and Ethan Page won
Back on
again. All
top.
right, these men stay capitalizing on somebody else's victory. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Get it
that's
how
a
you
heel
fit
for
in,
you.
man. Right? Get it how you can.
Yeah, that's a heel for you. But I don't think he's gonna beat Trick because he has never. I won't say never. I'm trying to think he ever pinned Trick because he got to win in the Fatal 4-Way. That's how he got the title. And then next time they really fought, Trick beat him, right?
Let me see. Trick
I'm
Williams
trying to think
defeated Page.
if he somehow beat
Joe
Trick.
Hendry. No, he's never actually beaten Trick Williams.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
no, because no, he didn't. No, because Sean Spears pulled Trick out the ring.
Yeah, in that Fatal 4-Way, yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
he's never beaten him. No, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the Ethan Page matches. He's never actually beaten Trick Williams in a pinfall situation.
yeah, and they're setting up a Devil's Playground match, which is really just a no disqualification match, street fight. That's
I
all.
love
They love giving different names to the same match.
Right, isn't it funny how wrestling has different names? What's a no holds barred street fight, Chicago street fight, Texas street fight, brawl match, hardcore match? It's the same no rules match.
It's
It's same
all
no
the
rules.
same.
Yeah,
They
no
usually give
rules.
Halloween themes to these matches. of all day, because they brought the wheel back. So they
Oh,
spin the
spin the wheel,
wheel.
make the deal. Yep.
Yeah, spin the wheel, make a deal. So that's the deal they made. The Devil's Playground. So but it was a good match. Like I said, I know you say you don't like Javon Evans. I think you got a little bit of heat on off of that. But you say you don't like Javon Evans. I'm gonna tell you, you got a little bit of heat on that. So some people in the comments like, what is this man talking about? Ain't no way this man say he don't like Javon Evans. Maybe
Yeah,
Randy
because
Orton,
Javon
man. Come on
don't care for him. Don't, don't
now.
care. Cool. Now listen. Hey, how you doing, Jeremiah? Look, good wrestler, but I just don't care for him. I'm saying a good
Right.
wrestler. Let me just leave it like that. I'm not gonna say anything more. Hey,
Right.
Jeremiah.
So, but this led to, and earlier in the night, Wes Lee and Javon Evans was, going back and forth backstage. And Javon saying, you look a little salty, as he actually said it like that. And then, that just fired Wesley up, and then, because Javon said, ever since you lost your friends, you know, yeah, like nothing matters, or you can't get what you want. And Wesley said, I don't need friends to get what I'm going for. And but it's like, how you know if you never been NXT champion? But
Mm.
Wesley talking about I've had every other championship, and I know I can beat you, like that. And so they going back and forth, back and forth. So I'm waiting for that match to see. That might be unofficial no more contender match. I think that's gonna happen at Halloween Havoc too. So that's gonna be they really building up this Halloween Havoc because that's two matches right there: Ethan Page and Trick Williams, and then Javon Evans and Wes Lee. So, and I can't wait to see
That's
what
going
match
to be a
they
good
gonna
match.
have when they spin the wheel, huh?
No, that is going to be a good match in the end. I do like Wesley. Wesley's a very good talent in his own right. And I don't know. I think he also has a really good promo too in his own degree. I think really pulling for Wesley. I want to see how far he can go.
Yeah, like he's very talented. But I ain't gonna lie, Javon Evans got my pick on that match. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Okay.
I'm just a fan, man. I'm just a fan. The young OG, I'm a fan.
Okay. I hear you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but another match that was made for Halloween Havoc, Oba said he want his rematch.
Man, I don't
He said,
blame
yeah. He said that was that's a fluke victory. Okay, you got that one off, but now I'm not gonna be distracted. Later, he spin the wheel. It's gonna be tables, ladders, and scares match. I mean, you know that
him.
is
Yeah,
TLC match.
you got to do that.
So that's gonna be interesting with them two. TLC match with them two. I don't know how that's gonna go.
I wonder
And
if that lad can even support him. I'm kidding. You got to
yeah,
relax,
boy,
Trevor.
they're gonna have to get that big show ladder out there, boy.
Right?
They gonna
Seriously.
get that big show ladder. You
Oh
know what I'm saying?
man.
But I'm pulling for Oba again, but I think they're gonna keep it on Tony and let Oba go by his, they try to give Oba to buy his time until Trick needs
The world
another,
title.
opponent for the next show. So I'm waiting to see how that goes.
I'm
But
looking forward to it.
also, yeah, also they made for Halloween Havoc, they made a tag team match. We knew this one was coming with Julia and Stephanie Vacour. I think that's how you say it. And Cora J and Roxanne Perez. So Roxanne not defending her title on this show. So they have a tag team match. It's good. That should be interesting. So what you think about that one?
Oh, I think it's going to definitely go to the hands of Stephanie and Julia. It's interesting that they having them all debut, and Julia lost her first match, especially being a world title match. I'm intrigued. I don't know. I I already said who I think is going to win. Oh yeah, I guess that's really it. I got nothing else on this one, honestly. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Julia and
Okay.
Stephanie's going to win. That's what I tell you on that
Yeah, I mean, they
one.
might. I don't know because I know they leading to see who Roxanne faces next. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that match goes. So because that's three contenders really right there: Cora Jade, Julia, and Stephanie for your championship. So I'm waiting to see how
That's
that
what
goes.
that's why I find it funny that she's not going to be defending the title at NXT. I kind of figured she'd be defending it in a multi-person match as opposed to just having a tag match. I think that's the thing that's kind of throwing me off in that degree too. But I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we also got some contenders for the North American Women's Championship. And the returning Nikita Lyons beat
Oh
Lola
yeah.
Vice.
Yep.
Although it was help from Jada Parker, but she did get that victory. So I feel like they try to get Nikita Lyons. Hopefully Nikita Lyons can stay healthy because she been every time she try to come back and have a few matches, she get injured. So hopefully she can stay healthy, and hopefully she's sharpen her skills in the ring because I don't know if how good she was before like that, but I think hopefully she sharpen her skills. But it's another
Cool.
contender that trying to go for that. Like I call them team team attraction. Like all of them trying to they trying to go
Team
for the North
Trust.
American Women's Championship too.
Disgusting. Let me ask you, how do you feel about Nikita Lyons just overall as an in-ring competitor, wrestler, character, just all together?
She's all right. I just think she's she's another attractive female on the roster that they've been trying to push for the longest, and she just ain't got it fully down yet. But they trying to give her that shine and that chance because she has the following along on social media and whatnot. She got the following is backing her right now, and
Yeah, but it's
so
well, that
her
sounds
let's
like
say her following is backing her right now.
that when you say that, that sounds like Eve Marie. Is that Eve Marie I'm thinking about? The
Oh boy,
redhead
I know.
who
No,
could
she better
wrestle?
than Eva Marie. I ain't gonna say that. She
Yeah.
better than Eva Marie,
Well,
but she's still not too much better.
no, I'm saying I know she's a little bit better, but it's just like that's her following isn't for this. I don't want to say the right reasons, but it's not for her wrestling. That's not what people are
Yeah,
really into her for. So it's like I don't know. Is it even worth it in the end? Well, I mean, I guess she is. She's an attraction. People like her. I don't know. We'll
yeah,
see.
yeah. And her like jujitsu skills are kind of. I don't. And it's a skill, but it just seems random where her gimmick looks. I don't know. It just seems random for her to be trying to bring the nudge. She come out in the fur coat and all this, being glamorous and all this, and then right at the end of her
Gotcha.
entrance, no, what? Oh,
She
I
carries
don't know.
heat. And she's ready. She's always ready. Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I guess she's glamorous and fierce. I guess that's she's trying to give off, but it just seems random after with her entrance. I don't know,
It doesn't fit the
but
aesthetic. No, it doesn't.
yeah, I don't know it, but then NXT was interesting. Also, what's his name for Chase U? The leader of Chase U came back, so
Put your use
yeah,
up.
yeah. What? Hold on, I'm trying. I don't forgot to do the name. Andre Chase. Yeah, Andre Chase.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase.
Finally has
Chase,
come back.
chase.
Yeah, trying to
Okay.
get rid of Holland. Even though the real rivalry is between Thea Hale and Rich Holland, but they can't have that match.
That's
So
that just seems to be the only thing. Oh, they're never gonna do intergender wrestling. So never mind.
nah, and that match don't need to happen anyway. Even if they did, because Rich Holland is too. He would kill Thea Hale,
Oh,
but Thea Hale.
wait. That match is bad because of the weight difference. But I'm supposed to buy Javon Evans and Randy Orton like there ain't no weight difference there. Okay. All right.
Guys, man, man,
All
come
right.
on, man.
I get you. I hear you. Okay. I'm just
We're not
saying.
gonna go
There's no
there,
weight
bro. We're
class
not
on
going.
this. There is no weight class. They got rid of the cruiserweight division. That's what Javon would be
Yeah,
in the cruiserweight division. But that's not what I'm saying.
yeah, we ain't going there, man. But it's interesting,
Okay.
and we're gonna see if Rich Holland can get out of. Like I said, I don't know. I just can't get over what Rich Holland did. I know it was an accident,
The Big
but
E thing? Yeah. It's the
yeah,
Big E thing.
I'm trying to get over the Big E thing, and
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. I don't see nothing interesting in him and his regular character. His character, how he doing? He beat down Chase U. Okay, you went crazy because you lost a tag title match. Okay, but I'm not into it, man. I'm just not into it, man.
No, I get it. I know a lot of people who are just not willing to give. I don't want to say Ridge a second chance. It's just like you mentioned. It ain't even about giving him a second chance. It's just he hasn't done anything worth of interest to even say he needs. He's not an interesting character. He's not great in ring. He's pretty, bland,
Yeah,
bland,
'cause,
bland.
he
I
wasn't even
get it.
interested in the group with Sheamus. I was looking at Sheamus and we go with
Pete
Butch.
Dunne.
That's who was interested in that group.
Oh, Pete
Well, Pete
Dunne.
Dunne. It ain't not Butch, but I'm talking about the group, so that's why I said Butch.
I know.
But either way,
I know. I'm just messing.
yeah.
Don't tell
But
him you
going,
said that because he won't like it.
yeah. But I'm gonna move on to what I am interested in, and that's with AEW. I'm moving on to AEW with my boy
Oh,
John Moxley because he put
oh,
on another fire promo. I think this was when they was leaving after Wrestle Dream. They shot this.
oh. No, they were
He put it.
heading to the arena. They were at the arena with that truck. They left the arena in that same truck.
Oh, I thought it was when they put the belt in the bag and they was leaving out and they got dressed and left out. That's what I thought that was. Okay, but either way, promo was fire because he said I'll burn the whole forest just to make a new one, and he said he burned everything down. That's in pretty much saying he burned everything down. That's in AEW to put AEW in my image. Like I said, he said, I'm in charge now. I'm your boss now. I'm the world champion now. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much he cares about the championship like that, but because how they put it in the bag, I'm trying to figure out what is the plan. What's the point of him putting it in the bag? and where he's fully going with this. But he said, if you joining me and if you want to be serious and put AEW how I think it should be, roll with us. But if you're not, get out my way and stand down, because you see who with me, and we taking everybody out. They beat a few people down on Dynamite, and so they not playing. Even the elite don't want to mess with them, and they the EVPs. And Tony Khan ain't even coming. He not coming out there. So nobody is stopping this crew right now. Some people who are trying to step up, but I don't think they ready for this group. I don't think they ever been ready. But right now, how sinister, I continue to say how sinister Moxley is. Nobody is ready for this group. So I'm asking you: do you believe in what John Moxley is saying? Do you think he's saving AEW?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, you see, that's the thing about it. What is every time I look at AEW, it needs some type of saving. It wasn't even that long ago AEW needed saving because the EVPs did a Tony driver on Tony Khan. And remember, they had a whole blood and guts match because they were saving AEW. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm kind of like you mentioned. I want to go step by step of what you're talking about. You talk about John Moxley put the belt in the bag. That happened at the end of the match. He keeps saying he's doing it. I do wonder who is he doing this for? What is this image he's trying to create? Because I mean, not for nothing. Well, let me ask you this question. When he says he's trying to burn it down and recreate his image, you ask me, do I think he's going to save or rescue AEW? How do you, as a viewer, view AEW? Do you see it as something that is kind of a joke that does provide? How do you view AEW?
And what he's saying, I view it as just a show with great wrestling. As some of the best wrestlers, that's what they pride themselves on. But also, AEW is getting more into the story and more into laying things out more. They looking forward. That's why I have praised Wrestle Dream, because they're putting things forward and giving us matches to look forward to, and putting it, and that's what we want. Give us a story we could sink our teeth into. The wrestling is a given. It should be great wrestling all the time. Y'all are professional wrestlers. So we expect you to have a great match. But why should I want to see you wrestle? That's where the story comes in. That's where the character comes in. Evolution of a character, storytelling, long-term storytelling. Some people want to know what John Moxley what his mission is right now, why he's doing all this right now. But let it play out. And
okay, I want to real quick to that.
And he's beating down people who are a joke in AEW, or who have done nothing in the 5 years. They just celebrated 5-year anniversary, or who have done nothing that's in those 5 years. If you've done nothing, or you look like a joke to him, then he's trying to take you out. That's not what he's looking for.
Oh.
Or if he's being too soft about what needs to be done to get more serious and more of a place for opportunity, a place to flourish and grow a brand, a company, he's taking you out. That's what I think it is. And if people want to know who he's working for, he said, "You're working for me." That's what he said on his promo. I'm in charge. So everything is Sam McMahon, or in last episode we said Adam Copeland, but right there he said, "You work for me. I'm the world champion now. I'm in charge." So that's what I see. I don't know the full plan, but that's what I see as of right now as a fan.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I will say you sold me on this story a little bit, because I didn't see it fully from the lens of he's beating up people who haven't done anything in 5 years. I was more looking at the lens of, why is he beating up the weakest people and not going after the strongest people if you want to make a point? But no, I see what you're saying. He is trying to change a wave of events. He's trying to get people who've been stagnant, who've been, kind of coasting along, and trying to put a fire in. And sometimes put a fire in and have to punch them in the face. That might get them lit up, just might do it. You never know. Hey, the Dark Order, they want a match. They look pretty lit up. Top Flight, for the longest, Action Andretti has been yelling at Top Flight to pick up their act, to get this together, but they haven't been doing it. Well, they got punched in the face. Or in the case of Dante Martin, got elbowed in the back of the neck after some stupid flippy thing he tried to do. I like it from that standpoint. I will admit, though, I was a little remiss. I won't say upset that at Wrestle Dream we didn't get Bobby nor a reveal because I'm thinking from a Pain fan perspective. This ain't like WWE where you can just do the Peacock and you're fine. You get as many pay-per-views you want. This is $50 you got to shell out. You got to give me something on the pay-per-view besides trying to put everything on free TV. I should have had something. I feel like Bobby should have came out with something. $50 is a lot. And Wrestle Dream was a good wrestling show, but I mean, like you mentioned, you can get a good wrestling match watching Collision at times. So it's like, I want to pay $50 for a good wrestling match. I want to pay $50 for a story, not a conclusion, but a strong turn the page moment. And
Yeah.
Wrestle Dream didn't give me that.
They
I
kind
guess
of
you got the
did
whole.
because you got the return of Wrestle Dream. You got the return of MJF. You got the return of Adam Cole. And like I said, you got great matches. Like the triple threat match. That was the match of the night to me. John
Yeah.
Moxley and Brian Ganser. That's automatically great. And you had a good match between Willow Nightingale and Mariah May. There's a number of great matches. I'm not going to name every match, but they had a lot of great matches, and they already had two returns right there. And so, and like I said, it gave you matches to look forward to in the future. MJF, and we're gonna talk about it in a minute. MJF and Adam Cole, and a story to look forward to. And what does John Moxley going to do? And I'm surprised with this past Dynamite, they didn't really give an update on Bryan Danielson. I don't think they did, or they didn't give a vignette or a video on him. So I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do with Bryan. And
I think he's going to be on TV for a while. I think he's going to be gone for a decent amount of time. Because, I mean, technically, this was supposed to be his last match, right? Even as a full-time wrestler. So he may be gone for a minute, and he may not return until this whole Moxley thing has gotten to a boiling point.
Yeah.
So that could be months from now.
Yeah. And we were talking about with the John Moxley thing, and he leaves lighting the fire on other people because look who came out there to try to help Bryan Danielson. And these are the people who going to stand up for AEW. And I don't know if they're going to be victorious against Moxley and the crew at BCC. I don't know if they still can call BCC, but you got Darby, you got Hook, you got Garcia. Jeff Jarrett's out there. Jeff Jarrett, like the, conscious of everybody and, the elder on the roster. So people look up to. But you had Orange Cassidy, Private Party. And Private Party and Garcia went to the EVPs to see what they're going to do, and they said that ain't going to do with us.
Yeah, what do you make of that whole thing? The EVPs not wanting to get involved, although it's their company.
Yeah, and that's what's got me thinking, too. Are they a part of this, or do they agree? But because really, I don't know, because they kind of be hinting jokey also. Even though they're good in the ring, they hint, oh, if you know type of characters. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, you're right.
And they talking junk, and them with the whole elite, Jack Perry and Okada, they talking junk to Kenny Omega. And that's one of my other points, is Kenny Omega going to be that guy to lead this charge when he comes back? Is that what this is building up to?
Well, you see, okay.
Because he's the other EVP that can do something. If these two in the Bucks not gonna do nothing, they could build up to Kenny Omega being that EVP that does do something.
Well, okay, I hear that. And see, I don't disagree with that. I like that idea. It's just, again, it's the confusing thing for me. So we talk about, the narrative of AEW is either that they don't tell stories or they don't tell good stories, I guess. For me, it's the incohesive story. That's my issue. Things don't blend in well. The reason I'm having a hard time transitioning to what the EVP should or shouldn't do is because, again, it wasn't even that long ago, they were trying to mold AEW into their likeness. They said this you remember the whole reason they fought Sting and Darby was because their belief in AEW was that it was relying too much on outsiders, people from other companies coming in and taking the shine, i.e., WWE people. Oddly enough, Moxley is one of these people. However, they're not taking the side of, well, we need to stop this. They're going backwards in their own character development of being the evil EVPs. Like at this point, why should we even consider them to be the evil EVPs? They're just young bucks who are healed. So it's like it's confusing based on that notion. That's it's that storytelling. I think from the perspective, what we should be looking at is three separate AEWs right now. The EVP's vision of AEW, John Moxley's vision of AEW, and what the heart and soul, your Orange Cassidy's, Hooks, Darby's, their vision of AEW. The places that accepted us for when every other place will reject us. Because right now, they don't fit in either of those two visions of Moxley or the EVPs. So really, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. I just don't know if AEW is going to take advantage of it, and I seriously question the cohesive nature they're going to do it. There's a lot there, though. I do want to see where it goes. I'm not saying it's a bad story or nothing. I just want to see where it goes.
Yeah, it's interesting because this should affect the whole roster.
Yeah,
and
right?
I don't want to see how certain people react, especially. Get to my next point with this one. What MVP and his crew would do.
Oh yeah.
And he's giving that card out to a lot of people. So
black people.
hey, represent. But that's
I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it. Can't be mad at it. Hurt Syndicate, let's go. But
all right.
And one person and a team that he gave it to on Dynamite was the Acclaimed. And Bowens was saying, we don't need you. But Max Caster put that card in his pocket. So and I think a lot of people still like that claim, and that's what Bowens was saying. But I think fanfare is dying down just a little bit, especially with Billy Gunn, because Billy Gunn went to the car, and they just want to be the scissor me and this and this and that. But and Max Caster continues to say, "Oh, I'm the best wrestler alive," and I still don't understand how you came up with that for yourself. I get the confidence, but you're not even the best tag team in this company.
Oh wow!
So how are you the best wrestler alive? No way.
Well, look, if man, you
could be on your way there. So I think you should take full consideration of what MVP is talking. So that he's one of the guys I think should take full, consideration of it. How you feel?
I was gonna say, like Lil Wayne says, you just repeatedly say a thing, and eventually people will think it's true. I'm the best rapper alive. I'm the best rapper alive. I'm the best rapper alive because the best rapper retired. Eventually, people started believing it, whether it's true or not. Even though Lil Wayne's a really good rapper, Max Caster, in his own right, ain't the worst wrestler. Is he the best? I never seen him run in the singles. I like to see. That's not even the point. I don't want to get caught up in that. That's
yeah. Yeah.
So MVP, right? Dude, I like where he's going with this. He's making a strong case. He's trying to build his own faction. Don Callis got a faction. He got a family. He's adding people to that. I mean, that's a real thing. John Moxley, he got a faction. He's probably adding people to that, maybe. I mean, Willa Yuta just recently joined. Who knows? Maybe another person. So I feel like MVP, understanding the playing field that he's in, is trying to make sure he got himself a stacked roster. Swerve Strickland, he ain't trying to cause no drama. In fact, Shelton Benjamin said it ain't even a choice. You in this. All right? We just waiting for you to understand that you're in this. We all know the Bobby probably more than likely going to be in it. Yeah, get the Acclaim, dude. I like to see what MVP is cooking. Because I think, dude, I think it is going to be the thing that truly is the dominant faction. I mean, I don't know. I like to see, dude.
It can be. It can be.
I think it will be.
I just want to see who's gonna be with them. I gotta see who's gonna be with them because they got some options, and it's just how they want to present them. And like I said, Bobby got to get a title, one of them titles off top. I said this last episode, and everybody think he's going for the heavyweight, but he can also go for Okada's title, Takeshi's title, or the TNT Championship, and he can make that his own. Because like I said, it depends on who got the belt with these championships in this company. It depends on
Okay,
who's got it and where it ranks.
so here's how I look at it. Here's what should happen. Before Bobby goes for either one of those two titles, I think Okada and Takeshita should have a match and unify that belt because why do you have a continental and an international? Just call it the intercontinental and then make it the one title that it is.
Thank you, bro. All facts with that. Like, come on, man. They
So
just trying it. It's too
once they unify that belt, then Bobby can go for it, and then we can have a discussion about it.
yeah,
Just unify the titles.
yeah.
What are we doing?
But
What are we
I'm
doing?
waiting to see who can join this group, I mean, with Bobby and Sheldon and MVP, it should be top tier right there. But they need somebody who's in AEW so who they could grow and make into a star.
A man is a star. We love Bobby.
Oh yeah, Bobby is a star. Yeah, but they need younger guys that they can make into stars with this group.
Like Max Caster, right? Best wrestler in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But MVP not the only one that's trying to recruit. Oh, Stokely trying to knock some sense in the private party because they lost and they got turned down by the Bucks for another championship match. And so Stokely trying to fire them up by trying to put them against each other. Because, he was at ringside during that match at Wrestle Dream. And so he trying to light a fire under them and trying to get them to go against each other. And so Private Party they considering Stokely, which they really should because Stokely is a great manager, I think. And very entertaining, at least, to say the least. And so how you feel about what Private Party is and what they're trying to do? Because, like I said, they're the ones trying to go to the elite, and they went with Garcia to try to get a stop to the BCC. So they was out there when they did what they did to Bryan Danielson. So they're a part of that.
I don't know. Listen, I would love the Stokely edition because I think Stokely and Private Party would have good to decent chemistry. In fact, looking at it, you kind of wonder how come they hadn't done this already with them. I feel like it was a missed opportunity. They have an opportunity to jump on. So yeah, I would love Stokely to join them. I think at some point, even who is it, Isaiah was like, maybe he's right. Maybe we should. Like, I don't know. We had opportunity. Look, I don't know where Private Party is going to go in the long term of things, but this is the most push, run, appreciation that they've had since being in AEW. This moment may not last very long, so they need to take advantage of it. I think adding Stokely would help. I would like for them to get that rematch. I would like for them to win. I picked them to win last time. I feel like they still should have won. So if they do go for the tag titles and they have Stokely in their corner, I think they are going to win. What I didn't like, though, was Stokely planting that seed of thought of Isaiah being a better single star. I didn't like that, though, because you're trying to manage him as a team. Don't plant a seed like that, man. Keep him thinking as a team.
Yeah, I think he did that because they turned him down before, and they trying to call him just light a fire under him, and
being petty.
Right after that, like you said, we might need him.
I don't like that.
But he said they said they might need him right after he said that. So I think they're just trying to light a fire under him.
I get it.
About somebody else who has light a fire lit under him, I'm going as Adam Cole and what he said about MJF, calling him fake and all this and that, and he was in the right with how the rivalry was before. Even though when MJF came back, he kind of tried to erase everything that they was doing before with Adam Cole and the Devil mask and whatever. Now he's trying to erase that and just start a new chapter in his story. But here comes Adam Cole back at Wrestle Dream, and they starting it up again. So, but the roles are reversed. So how do you feel about these two and their rivalry? They starting up again.
I have to make a reference to the show this past Sunday. I did see some of it. Lonnie made the statement, meat on them bones. He said there's a lot of meat on them bones. The
Yeah.
meat's, but here's the problem. The meat's gone bad. You gotta
Oh,
throw this meat out. No, this story is done. Look, here's the problem. Adam Cole betrayed MJF. After he did it, he went on Dynamite with the Undisputed Kingdom and did this whole speech about why he did it. He talked about MJF being this. You fans are stupid for cheering him. He's nothing but a scum of the earth. I just beat him to the punch or whatever. And then he immediately said we're focusing on getting titles. So remember, MJF was out after losing that match on injury. He came back after Adam Cole did a random Devil Match promo, and he got his attack on Cole by doing a brainbuster. I want everyone to remember one key thing about that whole thing. MJF not only lost his title, he lost the longest reigning title reign. He was over 400 days. Adam Cole cost him that. Adam Cole was considered to be his best friend. MJF gave him that trust. Adam Cole betrayed him. So MJF lost the best friend. In the midst of his absence, Will Ospreay showed up and became the new fan favorite. So as far as MJF was concerned, he lost the fans too. MJF had things that he probably never thought he would have, and he lost all thanks to Adam Cole. Now, he came back and did the brainbuster to Adam Cole for his slight return. My question would be, what does Adam Cole have to gain still fighting MJF? I can see if MJF wants to still go after Adam Cole. Like MJF said, no, I'm done with this feud. I want to move on. So if the person who was slighted wants to move on, what argument does Adam Cole have to keep it going?
ah. Well, he's talking about it like that. I mean, I just think he get revenge for the last thing MJF did to him. You know, just kind of put him out. He blaming him for that. But I mean, what
Mm,
you talking? MJF kind of he in the right with this. I might side with MJF, but how you just put it, even though I
that's the
like
story
Adam
that it
Cole,
happened. Well, that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah. And you like kind of Adam Cole, you kind of abandoned your crew in all of this. So I don't even know where they at. They doing their own thing.
You know,
Hey,
speaking of which, you talk about that crew, keep this in mind too. During the build up to the story of MJF to Samoa Joe, remember how the masked men were beating up the Acclaim. They were beating up the Bang Bang Gang. They were beating up Adam Page to make people think Adam Page was involved in this. If Adam Cole comes back, do those guys want to get revenge for being casualties in their whole thing? Like this, yeah, there is a lot to that story that is left untold, but because of how it just came to an abrupt end, we kind of have to have some amnesia, and I think we should just pretend the story never happened. And Adam Cole and MJF can meet down the line in a eliminator qualifier tournament based match, and you can use their past as heat for the match, but no story, no feud. Adam Cole, listen, the guy's been out on injury. One thing we can all say is that Adam Cole's run at AEW has felt lackluster, and it's mainly because he can't stay healthy, whether it's concussion, ankle, whatever. If
yeah,
his time is limited, he needs to focus on the world belt or a title. Get away from these beltless feuds. Go stake your claim in AEW as a champion, because his only title at AEW is a Ring of Honor title, tag title. He needs to go state his claim as a champion, and then we can just move from there. But Adam Cole, go be Adam Cole. Do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Because even if you but they done already started the feud. So, but yeah, so it's like if you don't win this feud, you really your tenure in AEW is gonna look worse.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess
So
you just.
so you gotta win since they already started it. So I mean, because MJF tried to throw it away when he came back, and that way with Adam Cole back like this, you can't stop it again. That just looks stupid.
Well, hold on. MJF said, I'm not going to fight you. And then Adam Cole's like, I'm going to get you to fight me. So what are you going to do? Show up and like sign this contract? Like, come and fight me? I don't know.
No, you
Well,
know,
how's he
that's
gonna...
right. That's the story of it. I guess that's what we gotta wait and see.
Oh man. Like I said before, it isn't. I am not saying AEW can't tell stories. My biggest issue with AEW is the cohesive story. They have trouble doing that. The greatest cohesive story AEW has going is Adam Page. He's the only person in AEW I can think of that seems to ebb and flow in a very, it kind of makes sense type manner, you know? It just, I don't know, maybe Orange Cassidy, but Adam Page is the best character in AEW.
Even though Adam Page really shouldn't have lost at Wrestle Dream. I'm really upset that he lost that.
Yeah,
And not Jay White lost to Christian because of Adam Page on Dynamite. And because and Christian's in a holding pattern because of Kill Switch's, I guess his health
injury.
issues. So he said
Yeah.
because he's not cashing in on Moxley, he dare not do that. So I don't unless you cash in on one of other titles, you better hold on to that contract. I don't know. I guess he got a year or something, just like Money in the Bank. But
Ugh.
I don't know. I try to see where all of them are going. All three of them: Adam Page, Jay White, and Christian. So we'll see where that goes. And then other two things I want to talk about AEW is Mariah May and Anna Jay came back and fight and challenged Mariah May, but I'm not taking that match serious, just like I said last episode, because you ain't Tony Storm, so I'm not taking you serious in this story, or you're not Shirakawa, so I'm not taking you serious in this story. It's gonna be a good match, and that's what they pride themselves on. But I'm not taking the story serious because I don't
Yeah,
see you
that's
doing
fair.
anything. Yeah.
That's fair. So, that's my thing, right? So, I said this after Mariah May won the title. What next? Like, her whole story was the Tony Storm thing. But this is the very thing I was afraid of because after the Tony Storm thing, there was nothing else to talk about more. Only thing you had, you mentioned it, Mina, Shreen, whatever, Mina. But they didn't even bring her in yet. So it's like, well, I mean, what does Mariah May do? As I mentioned before, Jacoby said she's a glamour. I don't know what Mariah May is. Like, is a character just as a being. As far as I can tell, how AEW has described this person based on the story they did, she is a Tony Storm admirer who became the Tony Storm betrayer by becoming Tony Storm. She became Tony Storm. She beat Tony Storm with her move. She stole her look. And now all of a sudden she's supposed to be Mariah May. But hold on a second. At no point did you really tell me who Mariah May was. You were just telling a different story of Tony Storm.
Yeah, and you can't win a match without Tony Storm's move, the Storm Zero.
Right? So it's like,
So you're
who are
right.
you?
And I don't understand. A few episodes ago, it was like, what will be the evolution of Tony Storm's gimmick? Modern day, it's Mariah May.
All right.
I mean, that's kind of what it is. Tony Storm is a classic, television character, but in 2024, she's Mariah May.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
that's
it
exactly what she
is.
is. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's why I don't understand how am I supposed to feel about Mariah May anyway. You mentioned it. I hated that she beat Willow only because I really like Willow Nightingale. I just can't say this
Yeah.
enough. She's a license to print money, but I hated she beat her because Willow lost to just about every big match at this point. She lost to Chris Statlander, she lost to Mercedes. Now she's losing to Mariah May, and she needs to be winning more because I don't know. I feel like she should be a big champion at this point. But Mariah May's gone through all the competition. I saw the press conference after Wrestle Dream, and the reporters had like one question for her. And everyone was like, oh, these aren't real reporters. You can't ask them more questions. Well, again, it goes back to what does Mariah May do enough that's interesting for me to ask a question? Any other question I have is going to be about Tony Storm. When's Tony Storm coming back? Because I can't ask you about You know what? You know what a good question is for her? When are you going to fight Mercedes Monet? Because she's walking around like she's a big person too, and
Yeah, and Mercedes another one, just fighting random people for her titles, knowing we know they ain't gonna win because there's no story there for them to
I just
win.
Queen Amidala is another one that they need to start giving some real wins to. I hate that she lost last night as well. But
That was a good match, but that's another situation. That's both women's championships where we don't think whoever y'all fight for these titles are getting these titles.
no,
There's no
yeah, that's fair.
just because with Mariah May, the story is with Tony and Mina. Mercedes, I don't know who the story is with. She just fighting random people for her titles.
She needs to be
Unless you,
fighting Willow Nightingale again because she took the title from Willow Nightingale. Willow needs to get a rematch. That needs to be the story going. Those two have a rivalry that AEW is not capitalizing on.
and yeah, that's what Lonnie was saying in last episode. And so that's the match she wants to see. I think that's the match we all want to see. If it's not Willow, it's got to be Jamie Hayter.
Oh yeah, Jamie Hayter. Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
it was Jamie Hayter. I'm surprised she wasn't there last night.
Right. But I think they need to do better of a job with the women under Mercedes and under Mariah May. Because I know that, I mean, I guess those two are dominating right now. They're just showing how their domination, they putting good matches under their belts for their reign. But we like I said, we need story. Like I said, the focus wrestling is about stories, and I'm gonna continue to say as a continuous thing on this show we talk about, and so I mean it's needed.
Yeah, listen,
And
look,
because Mercedes gets a lot of hate already because nobody likes her promos and how she acts, but they love her wrestling. And like I said, Mariah May, we like her wrestling also, but you just like update Tony Storm like we just said.
yeah,
So
nothing there,
it's a
nothing
little
there.
work, tweaking and work they need to do with both champions and the women's roster to be built up either just like that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see Tony Storm come back and Mina Shirakawa, and then I'm just waiting to see who will be a serious contender to Mercedes and who can have a good story with Mercedes. So
Be intriguing to see. We'll see.
yeah, but overall, AEW is doing their thing, but they just need to do certain things to get more of a crowd in they Dynamite shows and Collision or
Oh,
whatever. They get
so
it. They
real
get it
quick,
at pay-per-views, but it's just the weekly TV show. They having a little trouble and getting the proper marketing and
well,
attraction.
yeah. Okay, so to that point, because I saw Sean had sent a text about the attendance and even the ratings drop, right? So a few things that I don't know. I don't want to get too much into the ratings, but I do want to discuss about the attendance. So if you go and try to buy AEW tickets, you couldn't, even if you wanted to, buy a ticket on the hard cam section. I don't know. So it's sometimes a part of it I would imagine is that they can't always sell the tickets, but some of the part of it is that they don't even have the tickets fully available for sale. Should AEW just go to smaller venues like NXT? Would that make it better? Like you see how Collision they did a smaller venue a few of those episodes. TNA they do small venues. Do you find that fine with AEW if they were to do smaller venues, or do you think they should stick to big arenas?
It's like they might as well if the people not showing up anyway. Because
That's
with
fine.
certain episodes, you could hear certain people in the crowd way too clear,
You
and
hear
that's
people.
the issue.
You can hear when doing a promo. You can't hear like front row people having minor conversations. That is true.
Right. And that's not a good look at all. So do a little bit, try smaller venues and do the big venues for your pay-per-views because those get the crowd coming.
To
So,
the NXT.
I mean, NXT is beating you in the ratings anyway, in the viewership.
NXT was beating viewership. Viewership. So that's the other thing about it, right? Legit. Hey, FYI, by the time this thing films, I want everyone to know this past Dynamite picked up a 600,000 rating of viewership, 678 viewership. Does ratings mean anything? I don't know. It's a metric that is calculated and go by. Do a lot of people? It's like a lot of one point when they had Punk, they had 1 million viewers, and then so far as the years gone by, they started to decrease viewership. Do you think, or what do you think AEW can do to increase that viewership? Or do you think they're on the right path to do that as we speak?
Partly they're on the right path, but it's some of the things I said last episode. You gotta present your show and all your shows in a different way. Because there's too many championships where we don't know what they mean and who and what the pecking order they are. It depends on who's the champion. So you might need to take a page out of WWE book. You talk about them all the time anyway. Take a page out of their book. Learn from what their success is.
Do a brand split.
Separate your roster is so big. A lot of people aren't getting showcased. Separate your roster. Separate these
Mm,
championships. Cool
okay.
it on the little violence a little bit, the extreme violence. Cool it a little bit because you're scaring away sponsors and families, and those bring you money. I get it. Do a certain here and there. Okay, do it here and there. But you doing the bag spot back to
Twice.
back.
Yeah. That is,
That's turning off a lot of people. Even like I said, the hardcore fans love it. But you already got the hardcore fans. Get the families. Get the people who haven't watched in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Get those people and market your shows better. Like I said that Title Tuesday got 300,000. Now they back to what the average is. But you want to get to 1,000,000. You at 600,000. That's your average right now. You're 600,000. A little bit up, maybe further than that. But you want to get 1,000,000. So those are a few things that they could do to grow their audience.
okay. Bring down the
Because like
violence. Makes sense. Okay.
yeah, because you got your wrestlers going out to different platforms promoting it. So there's some interest in it. But it's just like when they see it, certain things might turn them off, or they could get confused by, and you don't want that. So that's just a few
Yeah.
things.
Okay. I'm just curious. I like to get, I don't know, I think it's good to have perspective on it. And people who's watching, you got anything in the comments you want to add? If AEW is perfect, you want to change anything? You one of the sickos who appreciate what they do? Hey, be that guy. Hardcore fans, you appreciate it too. We like the hardcore fans.
Oh yeah, we want all your comments, your likes. We want you to share this episode, not just this episode, every episode that you watch. Share it, like it, and show us some love. And hit that shop up though. Hit that shop like November 1st. But right now, if you go right now and hit the link, you get 20% off right now from right now to the 21st of October. And but we launch in November 1st. So check us out. It's something like I said, if you like wrestling, would you be watching this show or listen to the show? You like wrestling, but if your family isn't into wrestling, we still have something for you on the shop. Because like everybody want to be a champion, it's Champion Mania, boy. It's Champion Mania.
Running wild.
Yeah, like I said, we got
Give
so
us
many
the
options
post.
for you. We got options for the men, for the women, for the kids, for the babies, all of y'all. So come on and show us some love and like I said, like this page. Find us on all the platforms, and we're here for you, man. We want to talk to y'all. So check us out. Next time we're gonna be talking about SmackDown, and we got some more topics coming for you on the next show. So meet us there. We'll be here. We'll see you later. Peace.
Good night, everybody.